Hey everyone, it's Jason. Today we have more Kingdom Rush, Rift in Time by Lucky Good Games, content. So we've done the videos already. If you've seen, we have the base set where I kind of explain what this is. It's based off the, Kingdom Rush tablet game, which is a tower defense, to sort of explain what that is and kind of how the game is played. Not a full how-to-play video, just a brief overview. And I also did a video for the expansion Spider Goddess set, which is a full big box expansion. These are two small expansions, so they're going to add a new hero and a new villain to fight. And then there'll also be check out the other video for, like the Kickstarter content. Alright, so let's hop into this. So these are, again, not expansions, so they're not standalone. You do need to have at least the base, you need to have the base set to play because it has all the components. But let's jump in and see what we got. So we're going to get Sir Gerald Lightseeker versus JT. And these are, we have some scenarios in this. We're going to show all the new stuff. Explaining, how the new hero works. What all his abilities are. I love that they include this. It shows the picture of the car, but actually what it does. One new special mechanism. There's ice tokens. Are placed on building sites and towers. They can be placed. Player cannot place towers on frozen building sites. Towers that have been frozen are not picked up. So there's some different things that free stuff. There's some boss rules. And then we hop into all these different scenarios, and I think there was 4 of them, if I'm correct. Yep, there's number 4, where you get to fight the boss. And there's Portal Storm, so add some more stuff in there. Portal Storm's like your crate of things, so you get to play through the actual scenarios. And then you get to do stuff. So all this does have Gerald the Lightseeker in here. You can, if you bought this with the base set and or the other expansions, you can play these scenarios with any characters. You are not necessarily probably required to use this. So like set 2 here. For this scenario, you may use Sir Gerald as a hero. But yeah, you're not necessarily probably required to use any of these characters. You can mix and match. You can take Sir Gerald and run him into the main one. So this is the only one that says, the first one. You cannot use Sir Gerald for the first scenario, which is kind of weird. Here's a set with a brand new character. You play the first expansion, or the first scenario, you can't even use him. Alright, so we have a couple of his abilities. His Shield of Retribution, Courage, Prepare for Glory, Call to Arms. He's got a bunch of just two dial ones, so nothing too major. And there's the ice tokens. Here's what some of his abilities do. Just to play some extra soldiers is what he does. Plays lots of soldiers. And I know you might be like, well, what's dumb? I can't play as him. You know what though? It's your game. You can do whatever you want. You own it. You can definitely, play whoever you want, whenever you want. So here's his full belt board. He's got some ongoing abilities, some protection, 4 and 3 health. Basic attack, put 1 single sword touching the base of each hero and soldier in his area. So that's what happens. He does lots of mass damage. These also come with these fun little trays, which you can put like your special ability cards, your damage tiles, and then you drop this guy in there. And then now this is my Sir Gerald deck, so if I want to play this, I can just grab this and play. The Spider Goddess expansion also had these for their 2 heroes. Unfortunately, they didn't come in the base set. If you kickstarted it, you were able to get a special pledge version, which had 1 for every hero. Like I also said in the Spider expansion, I hope they release them separately for other people to buy, just because it's kind of ridiculous that all the expansions come with them but the new ones don't. So we have a reference card for Lord Blackbird, which is interesting. He's the main villain from the base game. So he's got like updated card. We have JT the Yeti and his special card. Explains out his work. And Sir Gerald's quest reference card. So he's got like an extra thing. And I think this is the same way with Lilith and Ling from the second Spider Goddess. Is they have a way so like you can basically play them as they get played out as a automated hero for like one of the matches. We're gonna look at the cards in a minute, but let's look at some of these heroes. So here's our tokens. Here's Sir Gerald. Little shield, so it's sort of a little bent, but you know, not that big of a deal. Kinda odd because he was laying down. And he's the only guy that's not. And then now we have the Yeti. I mean, look at this. I love these bosses. They're so big. There's eating one of the little soldiers. And then, like, it's a size comparison. It definitely makes the bosses actually feel like bosses. And not just another character you're fighting. Oh boy. I hate these plastic packaging. Alright, if I were a pair of scissors, there I am. Yeah, I think of like other games that have miniatures, like I have Power Rangers or Ninja Turtles, and generally speaking, all of the miniatures are the same size. I mean, some of the characters are a little bit scaled differently, like for height and stuff, but like they're height accurate to like what the actual characters would be, which makes sense for realism. Like for that, like you don't want like, you know, like the Shredder 10 feet taller than the Ninja Turtles, but it's also this also makes it a little bit more fun with this because it's like, oh my gosh, these bosses are big and huge and intimidating. So alright, here we have a Gerald card. This is probably a Portal Storm. So his soldiers have to attack his feet, and you can't hit him with magic in the face. He's got some other Portal Storm special abilities. We got a new effect, the Sudden Frost. We got some Blackbird. So this is, again, this is neat because like now he's got updated stuff with ice, so basically he comes back and you get to fight him a second time. So that means this expansion technically now has 2 bosses. And here's Sir Gerald. Oh, it's kind of neat. He's like farther away, and you can see him slowly moving up until he takes up the entire token. Then he's got his special abilities on the back, which kind of explain what they do as you probably beat him. Place an ice token in all building sites exactly 2 spaces away from him. Oh boy. He's got some nasty abilities. What do we got here? We got his special ability cards. Place ice tokens all the way around him. No health. Looks like he gets to destroy he gets to freeze a building. Definitely interesting. And then now we have some new tiles. So we have Frost Wolves and Frost Giants. That's cool. They still look the same on the back. And they have the little expansion in the corner to show which set they come from. So you know which mode they're in. Some big guys. We got some goblins back. And we got some more Frost characters, a bunch of Frost guys, and some goblins, and some speedy guys, and we went through them all. Only a couple of new tiles, but that's fine. It's a little tiny expansion. Alright, so that was, everything's stuck in there. That was our, really quick one. That was, Sir Gerald Lightseeker versus JT. New hero, some interesting abilities, soldiers, JTs, plus the new boss. Alright, let's look at the second one. Is we have Vez'nan, so he's like kind of like a necromancer type of character, versus Moloch. So you got a new scenario book, so let's add some more. You know, the base game did show off the map with all the campaign stuff. These guys were all included in there. So if they make more content, it'll be interesting to see how they do that. Hopefully, if they do, they add several, like, they come up with the idea of, like, several expansions at a time, so they can make one map for, like, 3-4. Here's explaining how all his abilities work. New mechanics. This expansion includes 3 special mechanisms. Fire tokens, hordes with infernal combustion, and Cerberus hordes. Fire tokens are only placed on building sites, not on the path. Fire tokens placed on a building site destroy all towers on that building site. These towers are returned to their supply. But heroes on a building site with a fire token placed on it, they lose 1 heart and must retreat. If a fire token is placed so that any single player has 2 or more building sites with fire on them, player at the most usable elect to give that player one of their building sites. Interesting. So we did that. We have demons. The exploding fire, when defeated, have internal combustion. Feral combustion icon cannot be covered by heroes, soldiers, or damage tiles, and does not need to be covered in order to destroy the horde. Okay, so it's kind of like the end portal ones. Horde card with any number of infernal combustion is destroyed. All heroes and soldiers adjacent to it suffer 1. Interesting. Okay. And then we have the Cerberus. Is a special horde card that enters play with several different rules. Unless it begins in play. There's just a special one. And then we have some boss rules. Do some different stuff. Alright. Let's see what we only have our scenarios, of course. We got 4 different ones there. And there's a shop or 2 other expansions. And then our portal storm stuff. You want to add them in there. Alright, let's look at the actual content though. Well, there's our big giant fire tokens. So we have an ice set and a fire set. We have some neat extra tokens. Like a portal, different things. We have some mage tokens. Arcane Nova, Soul Burn, Dark Shackle, and Magic Shackle. Okay, so those are, looks like, Vez'nan's tokens. Horde Shackle. The Horde with Magic Shackles on it does not activate. Dark Pact, and you can play a minion. But it looks like if you play them, you must not get crystals for them. So it's kind of a risk reward. You can take them out, but you don't gain any benefits from taking them out. Choose Silver, putting enemy ability. Put Silver on up to 5 different enemies that have that ability. Oh, neat. So, like, if they have combustion or speed, you can put 5 of them. And then Arcane Nova, put a magic on each horde adjacent to the target horde. Neat. So you can play these things on him. He does extra damage. Ooh, we got a little bit of damage on that token there. Not that big of a deal. But yeah, then you don't gain crystals for it. So that's different. We have our tray here. We got another one for that set. We have our Vez'nan. There's Dark Magician. 3 health, 3 movement. He's got when the horde is destroyed, which has one of Vez'nan's damage tile, instead of gaining crystals to team supply, put them on Vez'nan's hero board. Crystals on his board cannot be spent. When he rests, the team gains all the crystals. Okay, so you still gain them. It takes longer to get them. He's got interesting base attack. There's a bunch of single dials. You may place 1 damage. Take 1 damage to place them. Well, that's neat. You can take damage to place stuff. Cool. Definitely different. That's what you gotta love about it, right? Because now that brings our total. We have 4 heroes in the base set, 2 in the Spider Goddess expansion, so that's 6. And then we get 2 more here, so 7. So we have 8 different characters to play as. We have a reference card for him. 2 of them, actually. Moloch, and look, we have another Lord Blackbird for the base set. So he comes back in this one to do fire damage. So basically, that's cool. You can have the main bad guy from the base set. You can play him base campaign where he just does like melee damage or whatever. You can play him with the ice one from Gerald and JT set, or you can play him as a fire version from this set. There's Moloch special abilities, and then yeah, he's got this. So he's kind of like the other characters. He gets one mode where you can kind of plays with everybody, but you don't actually control him. Interesting. I'll have to look more into that mechanic. Let's look at him. He's fairly simple. Kind of sunken in on his hood there. He's got his big, super high collar. And then we got our big boss. And we also have 4 big giant bosses now. Blackbird, Spider Goddess, Green Muck, so it's 3, JT, 4, and then Moloch would be 5. So 5 really big bosses. And then we also have the Time Mage, which is a 6th boss. So that's pretty neat. I think, was Lilith one? I think she might have been one too. Yeah, it's just getting like goat hooves on the bottom. It's got his tail. And then we got the cards. Alright. This will definitely have to be one of these games. I'll have to try and set up I don't know if I'll do like a full how-to play video, like how to set it up and everything. Maybe I will. Like we'll figure out how to set it up and go through all that. So we have a Moloch reference card, the Cerberus spawn card, a blank one. I'm not really sure what the blank ones are for. Portal Storm Moloch card. Oh boy, no magic, no melee. A bunch of soldiers are required. Then he's got that. We got a new special thing, Eruption. Alright, here we have, oh boy, look at all of these fun little creatures we get to fight. So we have a bunch of combustion tiles. We have some minotaurs, and we have some bat demons who have targeting damage, and none of them can be hurt by magic, and you are playing as a character has true magic powers. I think you can take them out. But yeah, it's all them combustion tiles. Oh, we got a big boar, and he's a flying guy. A big fatty devil guy that flies. We got some new speed characters and some new little foot soldiers. Some like hell beasts and some red goblins. Plus they have the combustion. I'm not sure why. So I'm wondering if the combustion is only the guys next to it or adjacent to it. Otherwise, I'm not sure why they have it on so many different cards. Because you can't cover them unless it's just to make it that much harder. Be like, okay, these 2 guys will combust, but you only need to do this or this, where these guys are all gonna combust, but now you can't play a 4 square here or a 4 square there or there. Like, you have to literally work around them. So I'm assuming that's why there's so many. It's a little bit easier one because he only has it in the middle. Here's some Moloch fighting cards. So, soldiers. And then we got 2 soldiers. And then now he's a full card. He's got his special abilities, no health icons, drops of fire. Again, a blank one. Maybe it's just you put blank ones in there, just it doesn't do anything. Then we got Blackbirds. Doesn't like to take physical damage. He's also a 4. And then we got the special Cerberus card. Oh my gosh, look at that. This is ridiculous for one card. So he combusts. You can't put soldiers in 2 of his spots. He has 3 speed movements and 3 bullseyes. That's nuts. That could definitely hurt later on. Alright, so that was all of those cards. Oh, now I see why these heroes were laying down. So otherwise they don't fit right. Or did I just did something wrong there? Alright, so that was Vez'nan versus Moloch, and we had Gerald versus JT. Those are the 2 mini expansions. So if you bought the base set, you enjoy it, but you want a little extra content, either one of these are. You can obviously get the Spider Goddess, get 2 new heroes, 2 new villains, bunch of other stuff. But if you just want something a little bit quick or just one thing, Ice set, Fire set. But it's also cool because it gives you 1 new hero, 1 new boss, plus the replayability for the first boss. You actually get 2 more bosses, 4 more scenarios. So it's a decent amount of content in both of these boxes. Alright, so check out all the rest of my videos. See you guys later. Bye.